Sir Dave Brailsford is stepping down as the sporting director at Manchester United, right? Now, I read that it's a stepping down. I read that he's being moved back to Ineos. I read that maybe he'll be working with their cycling program. I'm not really sure what that's all about again. Who knows? Whatever. He is no longer going to be working at Manchester United as a sporting director. Now, not the craziest story, right? Because I know everybody wants to talk about transfers, but I think it highlights, not highlights, but I think it's important to talk about because right before or right during the summer transfer window, right, that we're now in the midst of, we're losing a sporting director who admittedly has made decisions that have not worked out, right? And right, they haven't worked out, and that's why he's being moved back to Ineos, moved back to other projects that Sir Jim Ratcliffe has, the whole 9 yards, right? Is this a good thing for Manchester United? Is this a bad thing for Manchester? First of all, let me know down in the comments your thoughts below. But here's my opinion on it, right? I do think this is a good thing for Manchester United, and I'll tell you guys why. I'm completely fine with people trying new things, right, in their careers and their lives and blah, 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 whatever, right? If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. And I understand that Brailsford has had experience creating good sporting programs, right? He's worked previously with Ineos, with Sir Jim Ratcliffe, right? But never in a football capacity, right? And to come into Manchester United as the first kind of realm or experience, right? It's not the setting conducive to breaking into, let's say, the industry, right, of football. I think now Wilcox obviously has to replace him. We need a sporting director. I think, right, we've had, what was his name, Woodward leave, right? Obviously, that was a good thing for Manchester United. We've had Brailsford now leave, right? We need a footballing expert in that position at Manchester United. And I think Wilcox will appoint somebody that has footballing expertise, or at least that would be my hope, because I think there's very few things that are transferable into the world of football, right? Obviously, the transfer from cycling into football was too much for Brailsford to handle, in my opinion. That's why he got a couple of his bigger decisions at the club wrong. And I guess we'll see what happens, but I do think, and I would hope that we appoint somebody with footballing expertise that's been in the industry, that's been in the culture, right? Because at the end of the day, that's really the thing. It's such a unique atmosphere that like it doesn't really translate to other sports.